Okay, so the problem with this client is everything went to shits 2 weeks ago in the sense that everything was fine and then revenue started dropping off just out of the blue. They changed nothing on their website. Facebook strategy didn't change, and then nothing changed. So like, oh, what the frick? What the hell happened?
Where were you
At
looking
that,
in Shopify?
yeah, overall revenue numbers started falling off. Right. At that time, Google wasn't affected. The interesting thing about Google, when in terms of marketing, Google is always affected last. They saw revenue get hit first, then they saw Facebook get hit, and then I saw Google get hit on my end, right? So when I was looking at Google, so I'm in the right place. Oh wait, I'm not even sharing my damn screen.
You
Remember,
should
guys.
you should really install the extension that I made that blurs
Yeah, but it doesn't blur
names.
everything out. It blurs names out, honestly. I should. That's and hidden extension. Okay, one step at a time. So let's go to click-based conversions, hash snapshot, clicks only, and let's look at Google last 7 days. So last 7 days, Google kind of fell off completely. You can see that it's all in the red. Red, 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 red. Everywhere is just red. And what was throwing me off was that this is a very, very drastic drop everywhere. It's not just one place, it was everywhere. Just like 15, 18, 49, 26, blah, 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 right? And what was throwing me off was if I went just a week prior to this, and this just a week prior, these numbers were good. We were vibing. Like this was their target, and this was better than their target. All these numbers were better than they wanted. Demand was crushing it. Everything was amazing, phenomenal, right? That was good. But then everything went to shit last week. Now there's two significant dates from the client again, 19th to 21st. Um, no, 21st, and then the last 7 days for me. 21st is when they started seeing issues. Last 7 days is when I started seeing issues. So those data are important because that essentially means that issues started around that time period. So that's where I'm going to go look. So we double checked everything going on with Facebook, and they had changed nothing, which meant the only other channel was Google. And I had to go check what the hell was going on with Google. During that time period, there's only one change that happened on the exact date that we were talking about. So let's do this, which was let's do the last 30 days. Let's do cost. Took a little bit to figure out. And let's do daily. Oh, well. 21st is when I killed this a campaign, YouTube campaign. Okay. But it's $100. It was $100 a day. It's $100 a day campaign. And Usama, how the hell is that going to affect $1 million a month in revenue? It doesn't. It makes no damn sense. Right. So that was one thing that happened. The other thing that happened was this demand gen campaign that is now off, by the way, which was here. Let's open it up. And I increased the budget on this one on the exact same date. And then it becomes like, okay, Usama, again, how does that do anything? You did $100 budget increase, $100 budget decrease. But I did know at that point that I decreased. That was the only changes. There's too many coincidences being involved here where I cut the budget here, increased the budget there, and optimized targeting is doing fine. Optimized targeting is doing fine, or demand gen is doing really well here. And then if I look at the last 30 days here and look at CAC numbers, look at just remember the 20th, look at CAC numbers. It's doing fine. And then all of a sudden you can kind of see where CAC was sitting here and now where it's like fluctuating and getting higher and higher and higher. Everybody following me?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Yeah. So it's getting higher and higher and higher. So that's annoying. So there's three, I guess now we have a YouTube shut off, a demand gen budget increase, CAC getting higher. So then all of a sudden it occurred to me that bots, what if there's a lot of bot traffic? So I asked the client, is there any way for them to know how much bot traffic they're getting, where they're coming from and whatnot? And immediately he's like, yes, we've noticed an insane amount of bot traffic. I'm like, what date? Guess what date it was? The
The
21st.
20th.
The 21st. An insane amount of bot traffic came in on the 21st. So, well, that just confirmed everything for me that when I did this budget increase over here, I just knocked everything out of the woods and completely killed this campaign because it went from spending 95 to 194, and it was all just bot traffic. Now, here's where it gets oddly weird and oddly, let's just call it really odd.
Before you get to the oddly weird,
Mhm.
what did they? How did they check?
They have a
Or
tool. He has
okay,
some tool that he's using to track bot traffic. So we went and cross-checked when the amount of bot traffic started coming in. And I think it was like the 21st, 22nd. So the timelines just matched up perfectly. So
would you
now
be able?
oddly,
Would you be able to tell at all in just in analytics and just look at like traffic sources and
uh,
stuff?
you would. Actually, I
I would
don't know
assume
how.
it would just show up as like
Uh,
referral or something, but I feel like
yeah,
just a random giant pump up of referral traffic is sus in general.
yeah, yeah. Like it'd be some weird source of some sort that just showed up out of the blue.
Yeah.
So now this is what was throwing me off about this campaign, and I don't fully understand why. So we'll tell you the conclusion we came to essentially. So this is weekly, like week over week, conversions are getting better. Now note that these are click-based conversions. Like these aren't random conversions, they're all click-based conversions. We have like 3 engaged view, but everything is click-based conversions. So that's weird. The other thing is here where if I go to, I think it's networks, they're very heavy into Discover. And then there's 19 of them in YouTube. So now I have a theory, and I don't think the client's going to let me test this again, that all my bot traffic is coming from here. That's my running theory. But anyways, we decided to turn this thing off and turn back the YouTube back on. Moral of the story is when you see an issue or like you see revenue declining or you're seeing like, oh, something is going off, start going backwards to when the issue started. So like if it started on the 20th, go around those date ranges. If it started on the 19th, go around those date ranges and go look at all the changes you made and try to make sense of whatever the heck was going on during that time period. And if you can pinpoint anything that's going there. And thank you very much. Thank you for coming to my TED Talk. Everybody clap. Nobody clapped. Andrew was asking questions, so I know Andrew followed along.
I was listening for sure.
Colby just came out of prison.
I'm locked up. They won't let me out. You ever heard of Akon?
Yep.
And young Jeezy.
Akon and Young Jeezy. Oh.
Oh, a little bit.
When are they going to start deleting all the old web stuff from us? If the world
From all
makes
the people that have died.
yeah, like 500 years. Let's say the Earth makes it 500 years. When do you start